Terpenes, Terpenes. Follow the scent, follow the story. Science and leaders making history. From sea to sky, they're paving the way, blazing the trail every single day. Trailblazers and terpenes. Let's go, scent and science, stories that grow.
As I promised you, we was gonna do some outside shows in the street, and guess what? I'm keeping my promise. I'm here with the illustrious Beatrice Stein, if I might say so myself. It's a pleasure to know you personally, but you have been in the hospitality business, setting the standards for over 30 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
time.
Right. And this is why you never, ever, ever judge a book by its cover, because you look at Miss B, you won't even think she was 30 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Right, which is a beautiful thing. And she's a beautiful person to know. And this is, like, I tell everybody, this interview was on my bucket list. So I didn't care what I had to do. If I had to lift the building across the street, that building was getting lifted.
We made it work. It took a while, but we made it work.
Yes. I mean, hard consistency pays off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mentioned it, like, because when we first met, it was so crazy. I was telling Ash, I came early, and I seen you, and I had went to the bathroom and came back. He was like, "Yeah, you here looking for me?" And I said, "Who is this lady here?"
Right.
Talking about I'm here looking for her.
Yeah.
And then you was like, "Well, you early. Come back." And
You were very early, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
There were other people.
Right, but you know, I'm old school. If you do come early, you're on time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you think you coming on time, you're actually late. So that's why I was here.
Yeah.
And it was the experience coming here from day one. It started at the sign-in downstairs.
Right.
The security guard, okay? The first thing she said, "Hey, baby, you here? The early bird get the worm. You gonna get the job."
Miss Keisha.
Yes.
Because she has a list of everybody who's coming and what time they come. So
Yes.
she knows if you're early or late.
Yes. So I said, "Oh, okay, I hope I'm good." And then when I came back downstairs, I said, "Well," she said to come back. She said, "Okay, baby, don't worry. You still was early. You still gonna get it. You're gonna get it." And when I got the call, Miss B, you see, you had to remind me, like, hello, reply. And I was like, I didn't even know, because you told me a certain day, check by a certain day.
Right.
But it was there before. So when you're like, well, you didn't reply back, I said, let me go look.
Right.
And the funny thing is, my phone, I have prepaid phone. So I was going to pay my bill. And it cut off in between. So that's why you got like the kind of strange email, like, let me know if you got my reply back.
Got it.
That's why.
Got it.
And then that's why
You were in between.
Right. And then the one day I was late for school. Remember, you didn't even know who that was on the phone until I got there. But I was like, "Miss B, I'm running late."
So many people, they give me one number and then they start texting me with another number as if I'm like telepathic or something, like
Right.
I and then other people change their name, like their legal name is this, but then they want to be called this other name, and I'm like, oh my god, I have so many things to remember. I can't remember all this stuff. I do my best, but if I don't recognize, because whatever number you gave me, like when you applied, is the number I put in my phone, thinking that's your number.
No, it was my number.
And then either you lose your phone, or you get a new number, or you lose the burner, and now you got a real phone, or whatever it is.
Right.
And you're texting me, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. Like,
Right.
I know you're a student, but I don't know which student, because you're telling me you're running late. So I know it's a student, but which one is it?
Right. But to add a but in there, it saved my behind, because what you did know who it was, you're like, all right, you're good.
You're good. Yeah, exactly. Once I know, I'm okay.
Right.
It's like I can't figure it out.
And the knowledge, like, I know you've done hospitality for 30 years, and the cannabis, the hospitality is needed in that industry, period, if you want to be successful or want to do great things. But the way you, like the knowledge with the cannabis, forget about the hospitality, okay? A lot of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, people don't understand, like, your program is almost like going into, like, the army or something, okay? Like, it's
Boot
almost
camp.
like, right, it's like a boot camp basic training.
I've heard someone else say that also. That's funny. It's like a boot camp.
Yes, but it's like the stuff that you're instilling, you're gonna need. The stuff that you put in us, we know more than maybe some of the top specialists out there, the top doctors out there. They don't know as much as we know. You know what I'm saying? We're highly educated, and then the classroom was one thing, but we also visited 2 farms,
Yes.
and we got to see from the seed to the store,
Yes.
to the dispensary, or wherever this stuff was going, okay, from the beginning to the end. And
Yes.
you would never think that much goes on, but just,
There's a lot.
right.
It's like
right.
every business, you know, there's a lot of what the customer or the guest sees is one thing, but what really happens is a whole nother thing, right?
Right. And like I said, the knowledge that you have and the network, like every corner was covered, from protecting us employment wise, just everything we needed to know was there. And you know what really stuck out with me the most is when you mentioned how when you started this program and started doing it, they wanted you to cut all the funding, and that was like the most. If anybody ever had a Linus blanket, okay, to secure them, that was like the most secure thing. Having the stipend,
Right.
having to not worry about buying food, because some people would have bought food and then maybe not be able to buy dinner
Right.
when they got home.
Right.
And then having a Metro card to be able to travel here.
Right. You get spoiled by the Metro card.
Yes.
You all of a sudden have to then pay for the subway after 4 weeks, and you're like, what?
Right? Well, guess what? You'd be like me. I've been to everybody in the 4 weeks, the 3-4 weeks, okay? I was everywhere because...
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't for free.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was, but for them, how did you feel when they wanted you to pull that from the program, you know?
I felt like they didn't really understand what the program was. You know, a lot of people in New York and related to cannabis and cannabis industry in general talk about social equity.
Right.
But it's just like a buzzword, you know, like cannabis, social equity. But social equity means that you have to, if you're really invested in social equity, you have to give people tools that they need. You can't just call it, because you're helping people, black and brown people, call it social equity.
Right.
You have to give them something they need. That's where the stipend and the Metro card and the meal came from. Is like, now you can focus on studying, and you don't have to worry about how to get to and from class or anywhere else for the 4 weeks. You don't have to worry about what you're going to eat. At least you know one meal during those 20 days of class. Every day you're going to get a meal that you're in class. Whether you like the meal or not, there's another story.
Gourmet meals?
But they're not like, we're not giving you Mickey D's or like, you know, or Taco Bell. We're trying to give you something healthy. And then the stipend, boy, I really wish I had more funding to give a bigger stipend, but the $200 a week either can help towards rent, it can help towards food, it can help towards childcare, it can help you buy more weed. Like, you know,
Right.
you spend it, you know, whatever way you want, you know, like that's what I say. It's your money to use however you want to use it. But, you know, $800 in a month is not enough, but at least it's something as opposed to nothing.
Right.
And it does relieve some of the stress.
Right.
And that's really what social equity is supposed to be, is about really taking care of people and giving them something that helps them to learn and to grow and to move forward, and not just say, oh, we're social equity.
Right. And it really
It's
did
not
help.
a buzzword.
It did help. And then, you know, it's crazy. Our payday was on Friday,
Yeah.
and we usually was at the dispensary on that Friday.
Yeah.
So
I know.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Like any other payday, you go get what you want when you
Right, right.
you know.
And we
before
had
it runs
ours
out.
before. We had ours maybe like 12 o'clock before we even
Even
got to
hit
class. It was there. You know what I'm saying? And if it didn't get there, you'll remind us to check and make sure that we got it. You know what I'm saying? And just to tell a funny story, there was a time where you forgot to put it in.
Oh, I did. I've done that a couple of times. It's like, oh shit. Or I missed the deadline. Like
Right.
one time we were at a farm on the day I was supposed to put it in, and by the time I forgot, should have done it the night before, but I forgot. And then when my reminder came up and it said, don't forget to do payroll. And by the time I put it in, it was I missed the deadline.
Right, but see, with us, we got the Metro card one. We didn't
Right.
get the payroll one, so it was like,
Oh, I missed the Metro card. Oh, yeah.
Right,
I've
right.
done that. Well, the last so I learned my lesson from that one because I used to bring the Metro cards every Monday. But then the last class, I put them all, because I did that with your class was March, right?
right,
So June class, I put all the Metro cards for the whole month in the lock bag and said, now I can't forget them. I just have to remember it's Monday.
right.
Because I made that mistake with you guys. And then I missed the payroll one. I guess in June I missed the payroll one because that was a farm trip and I missed it. You know, I'm human. What I
Right,
do.
but even with the Metro card, like when we initially got the Metro cards from us, you already told us to use it, you know what I'm saying? So it would stretch a certain way. So even with you missing it, we still was supposed to have that extra day on the card.
Exactly.
Right, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so it didn't mess it up too bad.
Right.
Just a little stress.
Yeah, but our class, which was your 8th class, we was talking about earlier, like, we were so close, like, if somebody didn't have it or whatever, it didn't take nothing for us to say, all right, I got you, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it seemed like it's still that bond even up to today, and I want to come off there for a little bit because I don't want to get braggadocious because at the reunion we racked up. You know what I'm saying? We really racked up.
You guys were amazing.
Yes. So I
That
want to
was
talk
beautiful.
about that whole experience, seeing the other 8 cards, seeing the people personally, just the energy alone. And then, like I tell people, it was just cannabis products everywhere. So how could you not have a good time?
Yeah.
I had such a good
Heirloom
time.
showed up.
Yes.
Showed up, yeah.
And they brought the factory with them.
Yeah, they brought all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, Barrage is great. They're wonderful. Yeah.
I went home and I was just heirloom in my neighborhood when I got home. I'm like, hey, you want to try this? Hey, try this.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what else? I got home and I said, all of that food, I ain't eat nothing. I ain't make a plate, nothing.
You know what's so funny? I thought we were going to run out of food, and we had so much food left over, and I was like, did people not eat? Because I thought I know each group, I was like, these people eat. Like every group is like hungry. Like I was surprised how much food was left over.
It was so many cannabis products. It's like you put the munchies on hold. Like munchies, you hold down right now.
Right.
Let me enjoy myself here. And then it just went past your head. I seen people running over there getting trays at the last minute, but I was like, still in my cannabis moment. So I couldn't get there. I couldn't really get there.
Yeah.
Let's go over the classes also.
Okay.
Because
What do you want to know?
I just want to know about each specific class because I know each one of them were unique to you. You know what I'm saying? And even like the lessons that they learned. Mm-hmm. The first class, okay, they was like cave people compared to.
I don't know if I would compare them to cave people, but they definitely had each class at the end of the class got to tell me what they felt would improve the class. And so each class grew in that way because I took the advice from the previous class and then incorporated it to the next class. So the first class knew that they were the first class and knew that they were the first ones, that nobody else had tread this path before. And so they had a whole lot to say because they were only 3 weeks.
Oh.
And they're like, no, it's too much, Miss B. You got to add the 4th week. I said, okay,
Right.
easy, 4 weeks. Then, like the place that we had it there was too hard to access. It was too difficult
It
to
was
access.
more like Seinfeld, right? You met at like a restaurant or something.
We met at Stone Pizza.
Oh, okay.
But Stone Pizza's only open at night. It's closed during the day.
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't give me a key. Obviously, don't blame them. They don't really know me. So somebody had to open it up every
Right.
morning for us. And that person was working at night. And many mornings didn't show up. So we would have to walk to like Essex Market and have class like upstairs in the food hall.
Right,
Because
right.
we couldn't get into our space. So it was a lesson in free is in the budget, but it doesn't
Right.
necessarily make it the best environment. But listen, we were in Stone Pizza, which was really fun, and people loved it. And yeah, so yeah, each class has kind of grown
Right.
from the previous class's feedback. Some of it doesn't work, and some of it we didn't incorporate, and some of it got incorporated and helped each group.
Right.
So each class, obviously by the nature of how many people are in the class, was unique, and then each class, whatever changes we made, became unique.
Okay. And then there was like one, besides you, there was also one same thing each class shared, and that was your assistant, who we love her too.
Oh, Khadijah. Yes. Khadijah was a graduate of the very first class.
Yes.
And she, the first class we asked people to kind of, it didn't work, so we stopped doing it, but we asked people to kind of give feedback kind of daily about what they learned, how the class was going for them. Khadijah was the only one who did that.
Right.
So of course, you as an instructor, you take notice. And then when the class was, she kept saying to me, if you're going to keep doing this, I'd love to get involved. I'd love to do more. I if you need anything, I'm a volunteer, whatever. And so when we were getting ready to do the second class, I reached out to her to see if she wanted to start to learn how to be co-trainer, because I realized if I'm the only person doing this, if something, God forbid, I should get sick, there should be someone who can kind of
Pick
fill
up.
in or, pick up in some way, even if it's change the class around to something that fits more of her skill set. So that's when Khadijah became co-trainer. And so she's assisted me in all 9 of the, all 8, because she was group 1, so
Right.
all of the other 8. She's been there on orientation day for all of them. I think one of them, she was out on vacation, so she didn't come until towards the end because she was away.
Right.
But otherwise, she's there every class.
Yes. Yes.
Every group. She's not there every class, but she's been with every group.
Right. And she's not a nanny because she she ain't just there to babysit the class. She got to us individual, because she came to me one time. She's like, "You're missing a chapter," and I was like, "No, I had something going on, but I'm gonna catch up." And then by the time the next day came, I was caught back up. But
I let her be the bad guy sometimes.
she don't come in a bad way.
No,
She's
not
such
at
a
all. But I
sweetheart.
just say, these people are falling behind. Go talk to them.
Yes.
You go talk to them. I've said it a million times. No, you do it.
Yes, but then she's also been like the good guy too,
Yes.
because even when we graduated and we went out, she was right there with us.
Yes.
And she stayed there for hours,
Yeah.
bowling, hanging out, and chilling with us. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
She
saying?
loves every group. She's,
Oh, we all love her. You
Yeah.
see, like, they went crazy over you.
yeah.
With your years of doing this, she was a little bit more prepared than
Right.
what she was.
Right.
Oh Lord, this girl here, she almost just broke down completely because I guess she didn't know the impact that she has made on every single class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even when you hear her name, it just rings bells like, oh, okay, I know her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Miss Khadijah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she's a superstar.
Yes. So, Miss B,
Yes.
I did not want to, because I have some questions for you too, but
Okay.
I didn't want to.
You haven't asked me any questions yet?
No. No. I wanted to make our way over there, but
Okay.
I really want to emphasize, a lot of people don't understand like your beginnings. Like, you're so humble doing this, you know what I'm saying? And hospitality and humbleness goes together, which a lot of people don't realize. But please give them, you know, a little bit about how you was raised, and you know, how did you become the queen of hospitality? Because I don't think nobody could compare to you, Miss B.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
My parents had me very late in life, and I was an only child.
Okay.
When I was 3, my father bought a hot dog stand, and the story goes that he called my mom and said, I can't sign a lease without a name for the hot dog stand, so give me a name. And my mother was like, I don't know. So she said she started going through the phone book, and she was talking to my dad, and I was a daddy's girl, so I was like, I want to talk to daddy, I want to talk to daddy. And she said, you know, like the mom, you know, trying to calm me down, and, you know, like, I'm busy kind of thing. And she's like, why don't we just call it Little Bees? And my father said, done. And they hung up the phone, and he signed the thing, and it was called Little Bees Drive-In. So that, I don't know if that was like to seal my fate in the restaurant industry or what, but that's how my career in food and restaurants began.
Right, and I did say humble.
I was only 3, so
Right.
like, you know, and I think we were there until I was 8, maybe.
Right, but when you do your research, it said you worked in every area of that company. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, no, not my father's. So when my father sold the hot dog stand, then he bought a coffee shop. So we went from a drive-in kind of hot dog stand to a coffee shop, and then all my jobs as a kid were obviously working, you know, after school and weekends at the coffee shop.
Right.
And so I learned, you know, I'm not in the kitchen, but you know, in the, you know, cashier, server, bartender, host, you know, all of the kind of front of the house positions. And then they sold that, and my parents retired, and then I just kept working in restaurants and kind of moving around. And then I was a dancer and wanted to be on Broadway.
Oh.
And so I moved to New York to be a dancer on Broadway, but I was a waitress on Broadway, so I gave up the dancing and stuck with the restaurant industry.
Right.
And then you know, I reluctantly went into management, and from management I went into training and development. Training and development I went into consulting. From consulting I went to opening and starting the nonprofit. So that was kind of my career path, but it's always been in hospitality and more now in training than actual operations. So.
Right, and like I said, Ms. B, you are so humble with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you said you're from Chicago. I'm pretty sure all of those jobs that you was doing, you had to deal with some real fast-paced people there, like New York. People don't understand how fast New Yorkers are here.
Yeah. I mean, when I moved to New York in 1980, so I was still pretty young. So like, you know, young and kind of naive, and like just, you know, like people like, and I always, you know me, I always speak up. So like, nobody mess with me.
Right.
It'd just be like, you know, if I had customers, whatever, that was inappropriate or whatever, I just put them in their place.
Right, but in a good way. Right. In a good way. I'm pretty sure if they see you now, they would thank you for that. Sometimes it's needed, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, it's the hospitality behind it, and it goes both ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ever since I finished the class, that's been like the strongest thing I picked up, you know, is just being more hospitable and just, you know, just being aware of those situations and how you can make people feel special. You never know what kind of day they having or what they're going through, you know what I'm saying? And that might just change everything for them.
Right.
Change the whole perspective, just change just how they feeling, period. So
Hospitality is how you make people feel. This is what we talk about in class.
right.
It's a feeling. So.
Right. And we had to tell a hospitality moment
Yes.
every morning, you know what I'm saying? And
Hopefully,
believe it or not,
hopefully
No, we had people lined up to
Still.
say stuff. Sometimes they would say the same thing you wanted to say, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they
That's
beat me.
okay. You can all give your seat up to an old lady or a pregnant lady. You can all do that. That's
Right,
that's a
right,
hospitality
right.
moment. Doesn't matter who does it.
Right, right. No, it was just that they said it before. It's
Right.
like, oh, I did it too. They
I
did the
did
same
that
thing.
too.
Right, they did the
Then
same
you just
thing.
say, I did it too. Yeah, me
Right.
too. Me three. Me four.
Right. So, Ms. B, you left out that the name of your program is actually your hospitality program. That's
Hospitality pathways.
yes.
Yes.
I see it was like a previous name before. Unfortunately, I ain't got my notes with me.
Oh, it was well. The business name is the Hospitality Project Inc.
Right.
But the program is Hospitality Pathways.
Right. Now, please let us know about that program. How many, was it like classes like with us, or was it like they come to your business and then you're just like their manager, supervisor there? Like,
So the original Hospitality Pathways program started for training people in front of the house of restaurants. So that's host, runner, busser, and server. It was not started out as cannabis at all.
right.
Right.
No.
So originally, that's what the program was. The first class, the first cohort of front of the house was actually in Harlem. We got a small grant from Harlem Community Development Corp. And I had some connections there and got a small grant to do a beta group, which again, a restaurant gave us the space. So they were learning in a restaurant that was only open at night. During the day, we were learning in an actual environment where there was, you know, all of the, you know, forks, knives, plates, glassware, learning how to carry a tray, all of that. So that was the first cohort of Hospitality Pathways. And then tried to do, funding has always been difficult.
Right.
So hard to find funding, and so then I did the program for other nonprofit organizations that hired me to do it for their populations. And that didn't work very well because a lot of the people that they chose for the program were not right for the jobs. And the whole key to the program is the job placement and job training.
Right.
So if you're not right for those jobs, then you shouldn't be in that program, which is why, you know, everybody was handpicked by me going forward, because if you don't have the right personality to work in hospitality, then you're not right for the program. It doesn't mean you're not, you can't learn, it's just not right for the program. So, so then I did that for a while, and then COVID happened.
Right.
Nobody wanted to work in restaurants. Nobody cared about restaurant jobs and mean, nasty people in restaurants.
Right, and they was putting people in the streets and telling you how to get a thing outside, and the people had to eat outside.
Right, and everything,
right.
mask, and I mean,
Right.
it was a hard time for restaurant industry. And so, somebody mentioned to me about, you know, legal cannabis, you know, recreational cannabis, and I'm like, and they're like, no, it's the same skill set. You need to look at this. So I was like, okay. I'm sitting home and nothing to do because it's COVID and ain't no work for me. So I might as well like research something else. And I haven't sold like not the poster child for legalization of cannabis. Like, I'm not even a smoker consumer, right?
Right.
So, but I started to do the research and I started to realize that the same skill set you need to be a successful server or bartender in a restaurant is the same skill set you need to be successful in retail cannabis in a dispensary. And so then it was a matter of saying, okay, well, all of this part of the program,
Stories that grow, voices rising, lighting the scene. Trailblazers in Terpenes. Oh, said science stories. Trailblazers in Terpenes. Said science stories. Trailblazers.